Welcome back to Shadow and Bone. I'm very excited. So something to do with the ocean, perhaps?
The rest were lies.
Damn.
What?
Actually,
No.
I forgot that they can tell when someone's lying or not.
For the winter.
I don't know what you mean.
He does.
I'm an entertainer.
You're like one of the gay couples on the show I want to root for, but you're just such an asshole so frequently, I can't.
Arkan. Visser. Are you not? You helped them burn in the war effort.
No.
So you particularly don't like the conductor.
Nina Zenik. Ring any bells?
It does for me. I haven't seen her in a while.
Might that have something to do with you, Mr. Visser?
It actually doesn't. That one really doesn't.
West Ravkan general who has notions of ruling his own.
So that's who he was talking to back then. Okay, alright.
I'll get revenge for you. I can get close to Zlatan.
I know you're trying your best right now, man, but you're dead. Sorry to say, you have hit the end of the line.
You
So
already
dead.
have.
How exactly did that kill him, though? Was it like energy that just like went into his body and killed him from the inside? Did it like suffocate him? Did it turn into a weapon like when he chopped that dude's, hand off? I still don't exactly know how this shadow summoning works. Oh, that's smart. I kind of want you to stick with the rogues, but it's fine. Nicely done. Come on, please just be friends with each other. Like, this could be a very fruitful partnership.
Neither do I.
We have a secure route through the fold.
I prefer to travel.
Secure. Aww. Like, it's a combination of her being a genuinely good person and I think her, religious upbringing of like, no, this is like a messiah. We need to treat her correctly. Oh. I'm surprised they did not show us the ship, like, going down. They only kind of hinted at it, and now they're like, yeah, the ship went down. Actually, I really don't like that. I'm like, how did she even, like, manage to escape her shackles in order to get to this point? Like, they better give me a flashback of that. Is this not Titanic, everyone? Like, she even looks like Rose. Nice partnership, I like it. Now I'm starting to see how these two are going to, end up madly in love with each other. It's just a matter of time at this point.
How much?
Shoe currency's no good here, girl.
Oh, fuck you. Honestly, Alina, I would just join up with them. Like, I know she really has no reason to trust them, and it wouldn't really make sense for her to, but I just wish that, she would.
Wanted to see me?
Ran off.
I mean, I'm surprised you don't believe that, considering you know what your mother thinks about you and what she might have done.
Fit her quite right.
They knew that I was more important than any of them.
I mean, there might be some truth to that, but they might have also hated you because you're an asshole. I'm just saying, like, there is the possibility that people just don't like you. Girl, he doesn't want you. This is very one-sided. Go find yourself someone much, much better. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you're probably going to be a character I actually like. I have a feeling as soon as you're not on board with him, if that ever happens, you're going to be dope. Like, come on, give me more of that. I want to see some rage.
Part of my job.
She's really cool. I wish we would have gotten more of her this season. Like, it's been a long time since we've even seen the character.
Show her, aren't you?
Do you really have the time to be this hateful all the time? I hope you enjoyed your vision while it lasted, because it's gone now. Her being at the Little Palace did make me kind of forget that her being Shu is like a huge problem. For whatever fucking reason. I hope they explain at some point why there might be some sort of racism towards the Shu people, aside from just people suck. Which is enough of an explanation, honestly, because, I mean, people just suck. Hell yes. Hell yes. The last time I saw you two, I didn't even really ship the two of you, and now I want it to happen so badly. Come on, man, it's the first thing they teach you, for surviving in the cold. Can't be in wet clothes.
Go have
Cannot.
the body heat and the power to help keep you warm.
Turn around.
Oh, come on, I wanted a little show. She's like, you're just some stupid, dumb man. Oh, shit. He's kind of hot. It kind of reminds me of Jon and Ygritte when they like first met on Game of Thrones. Like, all I'm saying is, with that kind of magic, imagine what you could do, you know, outside of fighting and healing, if you know what I'm saying.
Where have you been?
I've been tracking you ever since you left the palace the night of the fate.
You've
So
both
now-
been writing to each other, don't be mad.
Months, Mal. You still afraid of Grisha women?
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
Ones that keep secrets from me. To a palace, Alina.
They would have split us up.
Oh, she just wants to be with you. Yeah, that made you happy. He's like, oh, well, in that case,
You wrote me letters.
of course he did. Now I need two things. I need to see them fighting with each other, because that would be badass, and I also need to see them kiss, because, you know, obviously.
A good magician is a good con artist. The trick is to make it look real.
That was actually really good.
The best illusions are the most convincing.
Come on.
Wait. Why would Helene get the crow club? Kaz! What did you do?
I kind of forgot about that. No smoke, but there's still light.
Do I scare you?
I'm sorry. It took me this long to see you, Elena.
I see that little smile.
To be back in my own bed.
Sure
I can
thing.
feel just how much you hate sleeping next to me.
Gotcha.
Why do you have to say things like that?
Because it's
I like
fun
it
to
when
watch
you
you
turn
squirm. Yeah, it's just kind of funny.
This is the war.
Is it?
Not natural for girls to fight.
No, it's not natural for someone to be.
Aww. He's got a real backwards view of the world, but, you know, I'm sure the two of them being together around each other, whatever adventures they go on, it's gonna improve the both of them by quite a bit.
Most of our gear.
Y'all better move, like, right fucking now. Oh my god, get out of the bar. I am freaking out. I don't want anything to happen to them. I feel like having your pistols drawn is not the best look. Oh, fuck. No. No! Oh, shit! Go! Okay, so he's facing off against a Heartrender. That's not good.
May not see you just yet,
But I can hear you.
but I can hear your heart racing.
Whoa.
Oh, I do love a challenge.
Yes, he does.
Stop hiding and challenge me.
That was sick.
Shooting me in the same spot is clever.
Oh, shit.
Be of my brother.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Of your life.
We'll see.
I'd say.
Same spot 3 times.
Softy, apparently. I really should have shot you in the head.
Really should have. Like, all 3 of the crows are just so cool. Oh!
You'll bleed out in 30 seconds.
Silly trash.
Whatever. Fuck you two.
And kill everyone that you love in there.
I'll take my knife back.
Oh, shit. I thought she was really gonna let her live. I didn't think she was gonna actually kill her, too. I guess now that she's, you know, broken that vow, it's just out the window. Killing is on the table. Holy shit. You're fucked. You are so fucked. Is there any way Kaz could survive this? What is that? Okay. Every single one of them, every single one of the crows is the coolest character on this show. Everyone else is, like, not even secondary. They're, like, tertiary at this point. They are so cool. So much sexual tension in this episode. Like, there's been quite a bit.
Kill the Dubov. One so lucky.
I'm still upset about that. That was so unfair.
How much does he know?
Pointed to a broad area on his map. That's it.
It's probably enough. He can find it eventually.
Increasing power was astonishing.
I forgot about the body horror aspect of you have to put a part of its body into yours.
Find the stag before he does.
Ugh.
You afraid you might start to like me?
He already has. That's why he's trying to fight it so much.
That's it, isn't it?
I do like you.
Aww.
Yes,
Why?
because you are horrible.
Thanks.
And you're lewd.
And you like it.
Treacherous.
Aww, that's actually super cute. Fuck. I should have known something like that was gonna happen. If he had let her go right there, oh man, there would not be another character on this show I hated more. Like, that would even surpass Kerrigan at that point.
He threw a book at me.
He threw a book at me.
And
You don't owe me an explanation.
Aw, what a nice guy. You did make some stupid choices there, Alina. I have to admit that. But in your shoes, I mean, I feel like most people would have made the same choices.
Some tracker. No ordinary tracker.
So now he knows that they're together.
No ordinary girl. Orphans of Karamzin. Reunited. Adorable.
Sure is a lot more adorable than anything she had with you, fuckface.
She's going after the stag.
Good. Damn it. Alright, that was a great ending, but that's both good and bad. It's like, alright, yeah, she's on the way to the stag, but that means she's gonna lead him right to it, so... Well, the episode as a whole, I think, was very, very good, actually. Maybe my favorite of the season. Maybe not. I don't know. The last episode was quite good as well. The opening sequence with the conductor and Kerrigan I thought was very well done. Once again highlighted the uses of a heart render and kind of explained why the conductor, tried to assassinate her out of nowhere. And why he was speaking to that other general, a couple episodes back. It all makes sense now. I suppose I'm still a little confused as to why killing, the Saint, the Sun Summoner, would further the goal of that other general to, I can't remember. Did he want to? Yeah, I think he wanted to combine, East and West Ravka into one country as opposed to keeping them separate the way they are now. I'm probably wrong. That's what I think was going on there. Maybe it's the reverse. I don't fucking know. I wish that Alina, had gotten more time with the crows. She makes a good point. She's done being a captive, and I suppose it would have been a little frustrating to see her go from Kerrigan's captive to now the crow's captive until basically the end of the season or however long it would have been. But I would have liked just a little bit more than one scene, It was a nice touch though that Inej let her go and was just like, nope, I see you. I respect who you are, you go free. I mean, Inej in general is just a really very, very good character. Was very happy to see that Nina and Matthias finally got a lot of stuff again. I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 episodes, but it was 1 or 2 episodes where you didn't see them, at all, completely. It might have been 3, actually. It's been a little while. I still think it's kind of a missed opportunity. I'm assuming it was done for budget reasons, to cut the actual moment the ship goes down and you see them, get to the point where they started this episode. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. It would have been more of a moment of spectacle. But for me, it's just, I need clarification as to how the hell she didn't just drown with the ship, because the last time we saw her, she was still shackled. So I'm assuming someone had to have, let her out or helped her or something, unless she just got really lucky and a beam hit the shackles at the exact right spot and she got set free. I don't know, but that exact reason is why I'm I kind of needed that scene, because just jumping to her and him being the sole survivors, I just have so many questions as to how that happened. It was wonderful to see Mal and Alina finally reunite. I feel like the moment they are reunited, it's a little understated for it being such a big moment. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense for it to just be oh shit, there you are. And then, just moving right along. And it was just so great seeing them talk through, whatever hangups I was worried about. They're a good team in many ways. And I'm excited to see where the rest of the story takes these two. And then everything going on with the crows and Kerrigan, coming after them. That was quite tense, because I don't feel like the crows are completely safe characters. When I see Alina, I'm like, I know she's not dying anytime soon. When I see Kerrigan, I'm like, he's not dying anytime soon. With the crows, on one hand, I know this is sort of like a prequel, what's happening here in the show to what happens with them in the books. I don't know like which ones of them survive into the main narrative. Like they could have just added a character here altogether. I literally don't know. I've never read the books. So pretty much anything having to do with them being in mortal danger actually freaks me out pretty bad because I don't know if they're gonna survive it. Like I honestly couldn't say which one of them is more safe than the other. They all make me nervous when they get into death-defying situations. I love seeing Jesper like just completely own the other dude. Like there was never a point in that where the Grisha actually had the upper hand. It was always him just shooting him in that exact same spot until he's like, I should kill you, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you live. With Inej, I was a little worried. There were a couple moments that got a little dicey, but I absolutely love the scene where she tells her like, all right, you better have someone close by to heal you because you're gonna die 30 seconds after I pull this knife out. And the other person's like, you killed my brother, I'm gonna come after you and kill everybody you've ever known, everybody you've ever loved. Like it'll never end for me. I need absolute revenge and vengeance here. So Inej, in order to save all those people and herself, she goes, all right, and just yanks the knife out and dips out. Like her no killing rule is unfortunately no more. But the moment that had me the most worried, obviously, was Kerrigan up against Kaz. Because Kaz isn't even a fighter. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way he's gonna survive this. Because on top of him not being a fighter, Kerrigan is like the supreme powerful being in this story. Like there is nobody stronger than him currently. So I was very, very nervous. But to see him do a little magic trick, just poof on out of there, that was smart. It seemed to like dispel his shadows a little bit, which was pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. But I mean, that was just so slick. In a completely unwinnable scenario, he somehow managed to actually get away. I was very impressed and happy because I didn't want him to die. And again, seeing Nina and Matthias like begin to bond more and finally admit, yes, I do like you. And they actually like start, tickling each other and stuff. Like it was super cute. I actually really like it. I think it's pretty difficult to do in enemies to lovers kind of storyline because you very much risk the one-sided or abusive nature of a relationship like that. And here it seems they've addressed it really, really well and are moving forward past it really, really well. So I'm enjoying it a lot. And I think it's cool that the episode ended with Kerrigan finding out that Mal and Alina have reunited and are going after the stag, because it just sets the stage so perfectly. Like on one hand, you have Alina and Mal going towards it, and you really hope that they make it there before he finds them. But on the other hand, there's the issue of maybe you should not go towards the stag because you're going to lead him right to it. It's a very good bit of tension to once again, set the stage for the final episodes of the show. And it's technical time. How fun was the episode? I'll give it a 7, because there's a lot of really fun kind of romance-related stuff in here, but the rest of it is much more ominous and foreboding. Even the fight scenes weren't as fun, I suppose, as some could be on the show, because it was a lot of playing hide and seek because they're, vastly outpowered by Grisha, which makes it an interesting fight for sure, just not, a really fun one, if that makes any sense. How important was the episode? I mean, it's got to be another 10 out of 10, because it's the moment that Nina and Matthias finally, really start to bond. Alina and Mal reunite and talk through pretty much every issue that might be getting in the way of anything currently. And the crows lost Alina and nearly died at the hands of Kerrigan and his Grisha, but managed to escape. So yeah, overall, super important episode. There were a lot of very forward-moving plot beats in this one. How cinematic was the episode? I would give this one an 8 out of 10 in terms of how cinematic it is. There were several moments that were quite stylized, very professional looking, very well done. I think the tension was filmed and edited in a very competent way. And the episode was pretty heavy on the romance, and sometimes that can come across on film, for lack of a better word, in a very cringy way. Here it was not. It was emotional. It was shot in a rather beautiful way. So I think this is, a good solid 8 out of 10. Music in the episode, I'm going to go with another 8 out of 10 because, once again, the music was most prominent during the fight scenes and during the romance moments. And in both cases, it amplified and, helped out the scenes without overshadowing anything. Effects, I'm going to have to go with a 7 out of 10. I want to go higher because a lot of the effects, specifically with set extensions and world building type of stuff, I think is done very, very well in the show. There are very few moments where I'm like, oh look, there's the green screen. However, the particle effects on the fire for the Grisha when she's having her fight with Inej, they looked very fake. And they've done fire on the show before with Grisha that looked better, so I can't really let it slide. Costumes and sets, I'm gonna go with a 10 out of 10 on this one. I just love the costumes on the show. I like the very Eastern European kind of themed styles that they apply to a lot of the outfits. It seems like they do a lot of on-location filming, which really helps in terms of the overall tone and mood of the show. And I particularly like the way they set up the fight scenes with Inej, Kaz, and Jesper. All the sheets in the one room kind of providing a bit of cover and a cool way to show the bullet traveling through the room. Very smart, very well done. And Inej being in almost a factory style area to kind of slip in and out of the shadows. And just the straightforward but good looking, standoff with Kerrigan and Kaz in a sort of curved alleyway. It was just all designed really, really well. Acting, I think, was quite good as usual. I'm actually going to give this one a 9 out of 10, and I think the best performance in this episode was... to look up the name. Hold on. That's right. Amita Suman for Inej, because the moment where she decides, okay, I've already killed one person, we can just leave it at that. I can let her go. But she ultimately decides, I can't. She's just gonna come after me. I need to end it right here and, break my vow again. You see all that flash across her face as she's making the decision before she pulls the knife out, and I think she did such a good job. Pacing of this episode was pretty slow, but they managed to kind of add a little energy to everything through both the flirty romantic moments and, the high tension fight scenes that happened with the crows. And since I know the crows in general are an add-on, basically, they weren't originally in this part of the story, I think it was a good call for the writers to be all right, let's, have them be the action of the episode, and we'll let all the main characters, get their more romantic or character-driven moments. It was just a smart way to, mix it up, give you a little bit of everything. But it was still pretty slow, so overall I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. And that leaves this episode with an 8.4 out of 10. Very solid episode, very good, very entertaining. I can't wait to see what happens with Nina and Matthias, because it really does kind of depend on where they ended up, because if they're in the wrong place, this could go very poorly for one or both of them. I really want to see if Alina and Mal can make it to the stag before Kerrigan does, or if they're gonna just lead him straight to it and then he gets it. And I don't even care what's happening with the crows, I just want to see them again because they're so fucking cool. So I will see you all next time, and that is about it.